It's all right, it's working now. Good morning, this is Maggie back with you for your readings. I've been a tad neglectful, darling, you'll have to forgive me. Now, here we go. Let's have a look what's happening at the moment for our Cancerians. Well, it's just fallen into my lap here. A whole kit and caboodle. Because we're not doing Cancerians, we're doing a Capricorn. Okay, let's have a look. We'll start all over again. You see, take me a few weeks off. Not that I've been off, I have been flat out busy. Okay, Capricorn, you know, you've got to stand for what you believe in, hun. This is about having a look at what you're good at. It's about having a look at your strengths and seeing what's working for you. Why? Well, because you can. That switched it to mirror image. This is good. Now you can see what's happening. Now, for Capricorns at this time, it's about looking at what you've got, looking at your strengths, looking at what's behind you, looking at what you can rely on, and looking at what, you have to offer. And having something to offer is absolutely no good whatsoever if it sits behind you and you leave it there. You can learn as many things as you like and pick up as many skills. However, if these skills sit dormant, they're not doing you or anyone any good. So it's about getting it all together, putting it out there and going, hey, look what I can do. Hey, world, look what I can do. Look what I have to offer. And then getting on with it, getting it out there, getting it to happen, making it happen, making it come through for you. This is a great time to count your blessings, count what you've got. It's like, it's time to go, hey, how great are you? Look what you can do. Wow, I know, not fantastic. And then make it come through, darling. Put out those offers to wherever. Put out your resumes. Put out, if you want something new, go look for it. If you want a new job, then go look for it. Use every skill you've got. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarians, well, bless your little hearts. Look, misery needs no friends. It's a good friend on its own, and it's time you walked away from it. Why? Because by now you will have figured out that it's no good whatsoever and you're getting nowhere, doing nothing, and nothing is changing. Doing too many things is literally like pouring more and more and more into a space that's no longer workable. This is time for you to have a look at where your energies are going, where they're draining away, where you're putting things in here that are absolutely no good whatsoever, because there's nothing coming back. What they are saying is, though, that you have an amazing energy time coming through around you. And it is, don't let this drift away. Don't let it just go with everything else. It's about making yourself strong. It's about making sure that at your back, everyone's a winner. Because you can. But it's also about understanding that where you put your energy is what you get back from it. It's about understanding, some phases are done and you can pour everything you want into them and on and on and on. Bottomless pits need to have a lid put on them, darling, and new beginnings opening. There's huge hope for the future. Just do it. Aries. Hey, look out, Aries. You're just getting this cash flow to happen. This is a really fantastic time for Aries. Look, even if you're dead broke, this is a great time because it shows you that financially things are going to improve. Financially things are on the mend. But it's also about constructive connections to home and family and friends and celebrations. So this is a great time to go buy that lotto ticket or do a scratchy or whatever it is you need to do to increase that cash flow. It's like it's there. Sometimes we sit back and go, oh, I want this and I need this and I need that. Well, hello. Open a door for it to come in through, darling. It's a knocking, but once opportunity knocks, someone has to open that door. This is your time to open the door, okay? And I mean that in every sense. spiritually, literally allow things to come to you. Let's see what our Pisceans have. That's my phone. Scared the living daylights out of me, but we won't worry about it. It'll get back to me. Pisceans, it's about strength. Strengths can occasionally be a two-edged sword, you know. This isn't a time to dig your heels in, darling. This is a time to be balanced, to be peaceful, to let everything flow. But just turn her down. It's about gentleness. But most of all, it's about being gentle with yourself. Strength is good, but if you're standing and you're digging your heels in and you're not allowing anyone else their say, or you're not allowing yourself to let go. You know, sometimes we hang on to something for dear life. It's not working. We know it's not working. But pride gets in the way. This is what you're looking at right now, darling. Pride or growth. Pride makes a pretty cold bedfellow. Understand that although they're your choices, you're going to have to live with the consequences of those choices. And, you know, yeah, it's hard to let go. And it's hard to go, hey, look, maybe I need to do this a different way. Or sometimes it's just plain hard to go, whoa, you were right. It doesn't, you know, this time next month it ain't going to matter. So don't sweat it now. Taurians. Okay, you got one or two struggles happening around you. Nothing you can't get through. Nothing you haven't come through before. What they're saying is remember how you've come through this same situation before. It's like easy as. You know what works, you know what don't work. So let's not stress yourself and put yourself on a little, oh my God, is this never going to happen? Is this never going to work situation? Let's just step back here a little bit and have a look at how great you are, the decisions you've made, and how things have worked out in the past. This is like, you got a choice here. You can struggle or you can win. Your choice. This is a time to win. This is a time to pull all stops out and just go for it. This is a time to know that you are fantastic. You're great. You're on top. You can do anything. And once you've got that mindset happening, things start to fall into place. And once they fall into place, hey, look out. You're on the road to success, huh? Nothing going to slow you down. Okie dokie now. Where are we up to, Gemini? Gemini, the Hermit. You know, sometimes we all need to stop to look inside and to see what has been going on. We cannot chart a course to go forward unless we shine a light on the past or we shine a light on what's happening inside. This is a time when it's okay to retreat a little bit. It's okay to reevaluate situations. But in the reevaluation of situations, you have to take responsibility for what got you there. And you know, that's the hard one. Gems like to skit across things and go, yeah, we're just fine. This is not a time to be fine. This is not a time when you can say, oh, that's because, or this is because. Nah, this is going to shine a light on every dark corner of your life. This is about accepting, yep, my problem, my fault. Let's see what I can do to sort it. Let's put a bit of light on this. It's about highlighting and spotlighting. What you can highlight, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, you can see it, you can sort it. Okie dokie. Now for Cancerians. Look, you may feel that you're going nowhere, that you're going in and you're putting out so much effort, so much energy, and everything's at a full stop. Well, bless your heart. What you need to understand here is that occasionally we tie ourselves up in knots. We get in there and we do too much, we offer too much, we support people too much, we don't look after ourselves enough. Whatever. Once you figure out what you have done to land yourself tied up in this mess, You're going to actually be able to see the way out. You're going to actually be able to see the direction that's going to go, hey, look out, how great am I? I can do this. But it's about self-awareness and self-understanding. No one can tie us in a knot or bind us unless we allow it. And we need to have a look at why we're allowing it. This whole thing's out of sync this morning, so we won't worry if my mouth's going and the voice has stopped. Leos. Oh, wow. Look out, Leo. There's some new opportunities coming here. But, you know, this is time to hang on to a little bit of cash flow. Why? Because you're going to need it in the future. And the not too distant future at that. There are going to be things here that you're going to want to do and you're going to want to have and you're going to want to go to. If you spend all this cash up front now on the sales or whatever, and go, I got it, look what I got. Who's to blame when you can't go somewhere in a couple of weeks? This is about moderation, hun. It's about discerning what you do want, what you need. Often what we want and what we need are like, whoa, why, pardon me, miles and miles apart. This is about checking that through, looking at it, and just putting a little bit aside. Maybe, well, not necessarily for a rainy day, but for the next brilliant big package that you need. Virgo. Oh, bless your heart. You could be a little bit restless now, reviewing past sins. Darling, were they past sins or were they past pleasures? Whatever they are past, done and dusted. Don't tie yourself up in knots going over things that you cannot change. And you know, hindsight is the most brilliant gift of all. Shame we didn't have it way back when. Thing is, we did what we did, and your choices were with the best knowledge you had at the time. This is a time to let go of, why did I do it? Should have done this. Could have done that. It's about time to let that go and open up a whole new world for new pleasures. Maybe a few new sins on the side as well. But it's about understanding that only you have the key to the chains of the past. No one else holds the key, darling, you do. So it's like, take off your shackles and move forward. Don't get tied up in old energies, old patterns, old belief systems. Let it all go. It doesn't serve you anymore. Time is done. Okie dokie. Libra. Oh gosh almighty, it might seem like it's like one endless barrel at the moment. You're giving and you're giving and you're giving, and there's a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit everywhere. It's called life, hon. It's called life. This is about stepping it up, though. It's about stepping up and accepting responsibility. It's about stepping up and dealing with issues. But it's about stepping into the best possible way you can. It's about stepping into being the best possible person you can and allowing others to help you. It's about standing up and being counted. It's really a good space to be in right now. An absolutely good space to be in right now. It's not about condemnation. It's not about blame. It's not about, if this happens or if that happens. It's like, hey, wow, this is what I got. This is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm heading, and this is where it's all going to come together in. You can do this. Trust me, this is a good time for you. Let's see how Scorpios fare. Scorpio, wishing and hoping and dreaming. Yes, wishes do come true. Yes, dreams help you realize that. But visualization and dreaming and wishing and writing all the positive affirmations in the world are not going to help unless you put something into action to go with it. So this is time literally to get up there, get out there and get things happening. It's not time for when I've done this or when this happens or when this happens. No, the time is now. The time is to get out there, to get doing and motivated. It's like you can wait for the blackbird to sing. What if the blackbird don't wake up? Or what if he's flown away? What if he's next door? It's like, no good waiting, hun. This is your time to get stuck in, to get down and get things done, especially when it concerns financial matters. It's not about being nice and sweet, but it's not about ripping people off either. It's about standing your ground and doing what works for you. You know, you've got to be your number one priority right now. And very often we have problems with being our number one priority. But hey, Scorps, you've got to do that right now, babes. 'Cause it's the only way. Oakley dokley. Now let's have a look at our beloved Sag. Okay, oh gosh, Sag, maybe the tempers or the energies or the emotions aren't quite what they should be right now. Things are a little on overload. You could be overreacting. You could be a bit defensive. Oh dear. You know, at this time you need to remember this phase. The least said, the sooner it's mended. So it's like take 3 steps, count to 10, bite your tongue, whatever it takes before reacting. You don't need to react at the moment. You could cause yourself a whole lot of stress and embarrassment and oh look, there's nothing worse than having to backtrack and go, whoops, I didn't mean that. But sometimes even when you backtrack and you didn't mean it, once the words are said, once the hurt is out there, it is so hard for someone to walk away from that. You hear what I'm saying? Look out for yourself, darling. And don't take everyone else's stuff on board. This is, you know, it's we all have times when things are that little bit fragile and that little bit frail around us, and we need to just step out a little bit before we react. Is have a look at the whole picture and have a look at, hey, am I feeling this way because I'm not feeling so great? This isn't going as well in my world. It's like, hey, what can I do to make things go well? Sometimes you just need to button it up, zip it, whatever, and then just get on with living. Because this is all passing. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me today, and I promise I'll catch up very soon. You can catch me on Blog Talk Radio, Gypsy Maggie Rose, or you can check out my website, www.gypsymaggierose.com.